Even. There, over here. I'll take him right there. All right, thank you. Thank you. Over here.
We have human rights. I learned something new today, which is that we have 30 of them. I did not know that, and that is a great PSA. And here to tell us a little bit more about that is Parker J., who is a member of Youth for Human Rights BC, and also the director, Susan Kerr. How are you both?
Hi guys,
Good.
how are you?
Good.
Susan, why don't we start with you and tell us a little bit about Human Rights BC?
Well, it's part of the Youth for Human Rights International, which is a group that's based in Los Angeles and has chapters all over the world, and the whole purpose of it is to educate young people, well, anybody, yourselves included, on what their rights are, and that there is actually a universal declaration of human rights, and they can use it and apply it in their lives. I'm actually the human rights director of the Church of Scientology, and we joined on to this because part of the creed of the church is that all people should have equal rights on this planet. And thus I'm involved in it, and we're very excited about the public service announcements and the videos.
Well, the public service announcement is one of many that we got to see, which is so powerful. Parker, maybe you can explain to us why you got involved. You've joined to be a member in the past year, but why did you get involved?
I originally saw this video in Los Angeles, and I just saw it, and I knew some of the people who were involved with the video, and I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, this is great. And I just want to be a part of something that meant more than just worrying about what I was doing with my life that day.
Right.
So as soon as I saw that, I realized that there was a chapter opening up in Vancouver, and I became a part of it and did everything I could as a mentor to the younger people and to forward that.
Well, and Susan, I guess a huge part of this isn't only educating people as to what their human rights are, but educating people as to what everyone's human rights are and how to respect everybody's rights as a human being, yes?
That's right. There's the United video, which we'll show a clip of in a minute, I think. And it gets through to young people because it's a hip-hop video, and it's won a lot of awards. It's actually a qualifier for the Academy Awards this year. Yes, yes. And
we're looking at a little bit of it right now, actually.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you can explain to people what the message is behind the video.
Well, it's basically an anti-bullying, don't discriminate, but there's a young boy that gets his ball stolen and by some bigger bully types, and then this whole group forms together, united, and as together as a group, it overcomes this barrier of this young man who is, the bully, and the bully's friends all take off, and he's standing there, and then it just all works out very good. Everybody kind of gets together.
Now, Parker, I know that I myself and probably everyone out there was bullied at one point or another in their youth, but you don't know what to do about it when you're that age. What do you tell the kids that you're involved with how to react when you're bullied like the kid that we're looking at in that regard? Because it can be so scary when you're a child that way.
Right, and a lot of times I think what it is they don't know what to do. They don't know their rights. That's one of the things, we make sure that they know what their rights are, and so they can get help and be able to talk about it and see people like who they look up to, maybe a teacher or a parent, to help them with it.
Well, I was just going to say, and when there's a whole group of people, if everyone in your school understands what the basic human rights are, then that entire group can recognize when something's going wrong.
Exactly.
Very nice. Explain the booklet for us, Susan. This
Well,
goes along with
the booklet, it's got the video in it, the video cover. It's from the video. And it's the 30 different rights from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And they're written in such a way that they're easy to understand. And it tells you at the beginning what human rights are. And these booklets are available. They just have to contact the Youth for Human Rights International, and we'll send out anything. And there's no copyright problems. And we actually have a manual that goes with it. This is for teachers or group leaders. And in it, there's discs and things you can download. It's all very free, accessible. Whatever you need, we can get to you, because we want everyone to know their rights and know what they can do to make this world a better place.
Absolutely. Well, and it's an easy change. You must see it all the time, Parker. I mean, with young people that you work with or that you interact with, that it does change the way they think about the way they interact with their friends, they interact with other people around them.
Yeah, it definitely does, because they get to see, because this is also a sort of an international thing too, right?
Yeah.
And it's like there was the 3 world tours that occurred, and they went all over the world taking this to like officials and stuff, and it actually gets them to see that look beyond their backyard even, and know that it's a worldwide thing, and they have rights. And we want to make it so that human rights, like there was somebody had told me once that there was a time where highways used to be littered with garbage. They used to just throw garbage. It was like it was a norm.
Yeah, we call that the 70s.
It was before my time.
Mike and I are old enough to remember.
I remember that time.
Yeah, and it got to a point where now you see clean highways, because if someone were to throw something out of their car, you notice it's like, whoa, did he just throw garbage in there? It's like appalling.
Yeah.
So we want human rights to be seen that way. If someone violates any human right, that if it's seen by anybody, that's appalling, and they put a stop to it.
And you're right, it does have that ripple effect, because one of the basic human rights is the right to vote.
Exactly.
Right? So, I mean, when you grow up with these things, you understand them. It influences the way you think about your leadership that's representing.
Exactly.
Very cool. If you want to find out more, thank you both so much. You can go to the website, youthforhumanrights.org, if you want to join or find out more information about everything that we were just talking about. Parker, Susan, thank you.
Both.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, some beautiful